From what I've been seeing, these Borderlands crossovers might be the most fair we've had in Brawlhalla ever. So let's put that to the test today and see if it's true. Yo, just a heads up before we get fully started here, I recorded this with one of the worst headaches of my life, so I am very sorry. There's a point where everything changes. I retained normalcy for most of it, but I was in a lot of pain. There's a bit of a shift. I also think it's goofy, so let's just run with it. Now, I feel a responsibility to admit something to you here. I've played Borderlands 2 before. I've dabbled. So I've seen Bug Boy Reno mapped onto Lilith. It's interesting. That was a brief look at the Blaster's down sig there. You can see she goes into phase walk for a little bit. Also on the Blaster's side sig, you can see. I forgot Reno just lets you zoom. Why do I not play him more? But that's a nice little detail. It's a unique ability that Lilith possesses. I want to see if I can hit a nice little read-based combo here. Sig. Yo. I feel like I've got a pretty good sense of this player's movement. So if I just... Nice. Let's rewind a bit and go back to the main thesis of this video though, because whenever a new crossover comes out, the first question is always, are they fair? Which is really just a shorthand way of saying, is the animation of the crossover different enough from the original? That KO'd, so that using it gives some kind of clear advantage. Think about something like Stevani. You can turn invisible when you side sig. And that's about what you need to know. Or Luke on his release, who was incredibly hard to see when he was side-sigging, and also the hitbox really didn't match up to the animation. Those are the kinds of things we're talking about. For a long time, the concern with these crossovers was sound, in all honesty, because a lot of top players especially love to use sound cues. It's a very important thing in fighting games in order to tell when their opponent is about to hit them. And a lot of sounds on the older crossovers were really quiet. But so far playing Lilith using the sigs that I have, I don't really see many issues at all. In all honesty, it feels like Reno. I wasn't fast enough to reach it there, but hopefully with the ground pound that should be fine. Yeah, she feels like a Reno crossover, a Reno reskin, rather than a straight up Reno upgrade. I will say some of that might be due to the fact that these animations don't add a ton in the way of new movement, and I don't think crossovers necessarily need to match one-to-one in order to be balanced. I don't know why I'm going for that. But overall, seems pretty great. This Blaster's end sig right here, you know, you're shooting a bunch into the air. We already saw the side sig where you do the bit of a phase walk. The down sig, also a phase walk. Let me swap over to the orb. This is the weapon that I haven't really used. I've used all of these sigs, I think, except for orb down sig really, which is my favorite in Reno's kit. It's really, it's a funky one because you can do some really interesting stuff, especially on the ledge, like right here. You get back onto the stage and then you see how I just zoomed past that Mordex? So that's something. Do I get released first? Okay, that probably was stupid. That's okay. It's fine. Let's have a little bit of a visual example so you can see what I'm saying. This Blaster's end sig, well, it's pretty much the same. Blaster's side sig, you're both zooming off the map. Blaster's down sig, you're both leaping up with the same exact timing, the same kind of angle. And if we swap over to the orb for both of these characters, it's also a similar story. There's no like secret hidden charge. This charge right here is pretty clear. This charge right here is pretty clear. And then same with this one. So I'm feeling pretty good about this so far, which is telling me it's probably time to move on to Krieg. Krieg here is a barraza crossover, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the inspiration for Barraza's design to begin with. So it's kind of perfect. I even distinctly remember when he was being released, I was like, okay, I'm just playing Krieg right now. If you don't know, Krieg is one of my favorite characters in Borderlands because he's basically a beefed up version of the enemies that you fight, but you get to play as him, which is always fun. And there's that Barraza end sig, which looks very similar, and then you can see the charge up has a little bit of a flaming indicator, which I think is very solid, because I think that's a pretty clever way to still get that charge up SFX while still being thematically on point. That was a really, really close, almost mine KO, and I would have been really happy about that. But yeah, you can see the flame travels throughout. And I want to use a down sig to get the knockout here, because down sig really is that signature Barraza move, and it's pretty similar. Something I do want to show off to you is this side sig, because take a listen to that sound effect. That is satisfying. Now gearing up with the axe here. I'm gonna make a separate video on this, but axe received a handful of pretty decent nerfs. Like that end light, for example, you could see was a lot shorter, which is real nice because that move was hitting way too high. You'll notice that end light also doesn't hop you up as high. It's very funny, and down light I believe no longer hits grounded, but that's beside the point again for another video. The one thing that I do think is maybe a little bit suspect with Krieg here, something very subtle I noticed, is that this fire effect, it's on all three of these signatures. So if you're reacting to that, you might not know what's going on. I don't know if they know what's going on. But yeah, like I was saying, it can obscure the start of the animation a little bit. It's a really, really minor thing. I actually don't think it'll affect much in gameplay, but it is the first thing that I noticed. This is... God, my brain works on another level. It's just not a good one. Anyway, let's stop dilly-dallying and take a look at all these signatures. I was hoping maybe for a sticky bomb KO, but I keep distracting myself as it is. Probably better this way. Start off with this down sig here. Very nice. You can see he has dynamite strapped to his axe already, but there's this perk, oh, I thought they were dead. This perk, this upgrade you can get in Borderlands 2 with Krieg, where if you're dying, you can get a second wind by tossing dynamite at people. So it's a very nice little detail there, a little bit of a reference. I did not deserve that KO. I can always appreciate a nice little detail like that. GC. The hop is so funny. We'll see if I can finish this one off with a nice little signature. There's that end sig. That sig has 1 majors. If any of y'all were playing back when Barraza was a menace nightmare character, then you know what I'm talking about. That sig, I don't know. It was stealing more than stocks away, let me tell ya. Sanity, maybe. We'll see if I can get it one more time. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Unique animation here is he's got a little fire fist there. Probably shouldn't have done it right when my opponent was there, but that's okay. I can live, surely. There's no way. Twice in 2 games is a little much. Let's see if I can get this one more time here. Maybe when they're trying to come back to the stage or something. They're gonna go for a big recovery. Yep, there it is. And then they know I'm going for it, so what if I just end light instead? Do a little hop and end light. Oh, they're not dead because it's Onyx. Didn't think about that, but you can see the mind games a little bit. I'd be lying to you if I said I was having the best of times right now. I'm gonna be honest. The number of games I've had to cut out, I've got like heat exhaustion right now. So commentary has not been the greatest. But either way, I've got 1 sig left to hit, so hopefully I'll be able to do that. Started chasing me down. I was prepared to combo, but I'm just glad that got me out of the way. So apologies if things are a little interspersed here and there. I got this thing running 24/7. Maybe instead of trying to remain composed and gather my energy up over 4 games to, oh, thanks for the boost, to record one, I'm just gonna be me. I'm just gonna say it like it is. I'm melting right now. I just wanted to be proper and professional because I had an idea at the beginning of this that I wanted to talk about, but I think my feet are sloshing off. So anyway, here's Krieg. You can decide sig and to go over the mine. Thank you. I'm losing to the bot. We got 1 to go. We got 1 to go. Tiny Tina, let's just do this so I can go home. I am home. Don't be misconstrued here. I have lost half of these games, if not more. Okay, all in pursuit of a simple question. Are these signatures busted? Are they broken? Yeah. Like, what is that? It's a little scarlet tech, little scarlet technology. You didn't take me for a scarlet connoisseur, did you? Because you don't even... You know it's bad when it's so hot that you stop sweating. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you're truly, that's how are they not dead? Okay. Oh god. It's funny because when I edit this together, it's gonna seem like all of a sudden it just took a turn. How are they in the orange already? It took a turn. No, I've been every game I've been dying. It's just I've been sparing you from it. I'm sorry to give a peek behind the curtain here. It's just not pretty what's going on in these here parts. I don't know why I decided that was a good idea, but that's a success. I'm back in it though. I'm focused, I'm composed. I'm gonna hit a sidelight into Ensig. There it is. That's a good dodge read. And this also just looks like Scarlet. These sigs, you know what? These sigs are looking pretty good. I think I can answer my question. I think the answer is yes, that these crossovers are some of the most fair we have in the game, which is nice. It's a funny thing to praise, but we take what we can get. If you're wondering what Tiny Tina, the Scarlet crossover, her sigs are looking like, this Lance is funny. Like in 2s, might be a bit much, but in 1s at least you know what's going on there. This is the side sig. I almost just jumped into that. Yep. And then the down sig is probably gonna see the most use. You get a fairy dust cloud there. And then the end sig I already showed off. Let me toss that aside. Actually hit. And then side sig, which is not gonna hit, looking like that. But this is what it looks like on the ground. Okay, you know what? I know this is the middle of the first stock, but I just had a great idea. That was not one of them. Okay, this is gonna be case in point right here. Uncut game. A little bit of a special treat where you get to see behind the scenes about what's been going on with me. And if I win this game, then I get to quit right here and now. And if I don't, okay, stock's gone, so I get to turn on my fan on the high number 9, so I'm not dying. And if I lose, I have to play another 17 games. I feel like that's a good deal. And of course I'm against Moogie. What am I against Moogie? Never kill this guy. Okay, that's fine. Read the dodge. Oh my god, I'm so lucky that didn't hit me. Silent dare, now true, at all health ranges, right? So, I gotta do that. Sorry. Just prevent that. Do it one more time. Then throw this up. Combo, dodge down. They didn't dodge down. No. You know what? I'm sig spamming. I don't care anymore. I don't care. Okay, the fan's too loud for the commentary. I gotta turn it off. It actually worked. Going away, it worked. Okay, I'm sliding down my chair. I'm like literally sliding from sweat. I gotta stance up like a gremlin. You know what I'm talking about when you're stance up in your chair like a gremlin? Look at that damage there. The damage. That's it. One more. Slow this down. That's it. Okay, bye.